In this video, we are going to be fixing what I believe to be the most common oil leak on the new generation Saab 9.3s. And on top of that, we've got another unfortunate problem we have to deal with. Let's get into it. This video has been sponsored by FlexiSpot. More on them here shortly, but we have two issues in today's video. First off, and we're gonna tackle this one first. If I unscrew my coolant cap here, it's stuck in two pieces. I'm sure some of you have dealt with this before. Unfortunately, the cap has just separated from the sealed part of the cap. So we need to get that out. And secondly, we need to do a vacuum pump rebuild. That bolt right there is the vacuum pump very bottom bolt. You can see where I have that hooked up, but that is the very bottom bolt of the vacuum pump. It's definitely wet. That's the only fresh oil I can see. So that borescope came in tremendously useful in diagnosing where exactly this thing is leaking from. That bottom bolt is a very common leak point. So I actually had a couple people recommend putting a little bit of silicone on that bottom bolt when we reinstall it. Now this is just a new kit from Saab parts. You can get these seals, new bolts for like less than $20. We also have a new coolant cap. There's a few methods we can try to get this thing out. Essentially what we need to do though is somehow grip it and twist it out without actually having the top part of the cap on there. So I think the first method we're going to try is just get some vice grips in there and like see if we can manually twist it that way. If not, maybe we can try some pliers or a flathead. If not that, then maybe we can drill a couple holes, but I'd really like to avoid damaging this at all because it will probably mean getting debris in the coolant tank and ultimately in the cooling system, which would be a big mistake. So I'm going to start by hooking that on and then just seeing if I can rotate it. Oh, it is actually moving. You can see that ever so slightly. I'm going to relocate to this side. So what I'm doing is just kind of following the normal rotation of what you'd see if you were twisting it. Oh, look at that. I was stressed that was going to be a lot harder than that. There we go. Just topped off the coolant. As you saw, it is a little bit low. I can't see a leak anywhere. I looked underneath the car for quite a while and basically followed all the coolant lines and everything coolant related, didn't see anything. So we're just going to top it off and monitor it. Screw on our new cap. Now I have thought multiple times about getting the whole genuine Saab, basically every cap for this. Now would have been a good time to do it, but I just bit the bullet and bought that instead. And well, that is a very simple fix. I was stressed that was going to take a while. Now, before we move to the vacuum pump, we have to have a word from today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. This video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot offers a wide variety of home and office products, including this one right here, their E7 Plus 4-leg standing desk. I've been in desperate need of a new desk for editing as well as work from home days, and this fit the bill perfectly. It has 4 presets for standing and sitting. It is made from high quality products and materials with a variety of different finish options. It has a 540-pound static capacity, offers a USB charging port, and it comes with endless accessories to customize the desk to your choosing. I personally went with their cable management tray, their under desk drawer for essential storage, very high quality drawer, and a dual monitor arm, which I'm hoping to install soon when I get another monitor for the desk now that I have the extra room. I've been using this desk for the past month and absolutely love it. The standing desk option makes working from home easier on your back and body and gives you that flexibility. FlexiSpot also offers a wide range of home appliances and have some amazing deals going on for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. This includes vacuums, air purifiers, and more products that are being offered at a heavy discount. So click the link at the top of the description to check out FlexiSpot's website and some of the amazing products they have to offer and great deals they have going on for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But for now, back to the video. Our vacuum pump sits right here going into the valve cover. So as you can see, there is a bit of stuff going on here. Really all we need to remove is the ionization module though, which is this right here. If you're wondering what this is secondary air injection. Only 2003 and 2011 models had it. So if your car's missing that, don't worry about it. It's a crap system. So the ionization module is held on by two 10mm bolts right there. And then there's a sensor here I'm going to disconnect, and also the main plug for the module. I have actually done a full video on this repair already about 4 years ago, although with these couple of little tricks I've learned since doing that, I wanted to refilm it with that extra advice. And just to show that it really is a pretty common oil leak spot. So I'm just going to push on the end of these electrical connectors. I'll pop that out. Get that out of our way. There's the ionization module out. So with that out, we have a vacuum line, obviously, that we need to disconnect from the vacuum pump. You can see that right here. So if you just kind of press down on that, there's a button on the top and bottom. It slides right off very, very easily. Now, these are probably old vacuum lines that have not been replaced, so be very gentle with these so you don't break them. There are two bolts, 13mm, that hold on the bracket and the vacuum pump. So there's one at the top that was right behind where this vacuum line was, and there's also one at the bottom. That bottom bolt is right here, as you can see, covered in oil. Just for perspective, you can't miss it when you reach under there. Since the bottom one is the harder one to get to, I'm going to start with that. So I have a short extension, and you can see where it goes onto the pump pretty easily if you're looking at it from the right angle. Use the magnet to get that because I didn't want to drop it. This thing is soaked in oil. Grab our bracket out of here. I don't think we're going to really lose much oil, but I'm going to put a rag underneath here in case we do. To get this off, we should just be able to twist it like that, and it pops right off. First glance at the pump, it looks like it was this seal to the cylinder head that failed. Look at that, it's clearly chewed up. So, start by removing this seal. Before I get too crazy and disassemble this, I'm actually going to hit it with some brake clean and get everything shined up. Now we can actually split our pump in half because our new kit has two seals. There's the seal we just removed, and then there's this circular O-ring which goes between the two pieces of the pump. So this is a T25. This is very tight. Careful not to strip these. Even though this O-ring does not appear to be the problem child, it doesn't hurt to replace it since it comes with the kit. We've ended up with quite a mess here. We have parts everywhere. Thankfully, I know how this goes back together, but in case you don't, this goes into the camshaft. This needs to go into here like so, and then you have these two little guide pieces that go around the end. But with this surface cleaned, it's really pretty smooth already. So I don't think I need anything too aggressive on it. I'm just going to get all the oil off it and then put this to the side. I'm just going to gently kind of use a pick. There we go, that'll do it. So I'm just kind of feeding this paper towel into this little groove and cleaning it out. Start with this O-ring. This hole is not quite on center, so I've got to kind of mess around with this and figure out what exactly center is. I think it's going to be about right here. Yep, there we go. I'm just spinning it around to make sure that those little pieces didn't fall apart and I don't hear anything. Nothing's rattling, so that's a good sign. New seal. Let's put a little gasket maker on this bolt. We don't want to gum up the threads entirely, so I think this right here is probably plenty, and then as we tighten it, it'll spin it around and get the gasket maker everywhere. Just one final clean, make sure that's all good. And our bracket. One thing you'll want to be conscious of is making sure that you're pushing the vacuum pump onto the cylinder head as you're doing this. Get this top one the whole way tight before I do the bottom one, just because it's really fighting me to stay on. I'm using one hand to hold the head of the bolt on or guide it into the hole, and then the other end is spinning the ratchet and the extension I have. Slide that vacuum line on. Just clicks into place very satisfyingly. Our ionization module and our clip. And hook this little thing back in. Whew, there we go. All that's left is to start it up, let it run, and confirm it's not leaking. Well, there you have it. That is the most common oil leak, I would argue, on the Saab 9.3, along with probably the power steering pump. Both of them are probably very close in commonality. If you're curious on how to fix the power steering pump, click up here in the top corner and check out that video. Thanks to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. They'll be linked at the top of the description. I'll see y'all in the next one.